Power on, it's SkyTryke, and welcome to Looking Glass, a series where I look at video games, give them a review, a preview, as well as my own impressions of the game. Now, in this episode of Looking Glass, I will be looking at League of Legends. That's right, League of Legends. Now, if you don't know what League of Legends is, some of you, well, a lot of you might have heard of it. League of Legends is a MOBA, a massively online battle arena where you take a group of teams, typically of 5 versus 5, and your objective is to, at the beginning, build up your character, farm a little for some money to build your character to be stronger, ultimately sieging objectives such as Dragon, Baron, Towers, and at last to finally defeat the enemy by destroying the enemy base, or as they call it, nexus. So we're gonna just see what League of Legends is about, the whole little grime of it. In the beginning, this is like our whole menu screen. We have our character here, SkyTryke. Riot points, which you could buy with your money. IP you could gain from playing games. League of Legends, of course, in-game. Influence points, you can spend it in the store, which is over here. Your summoner icons, you can unlock through time or through events. And let's see what the store is. Here you could buy a whole bunch of stuff you could gift to people. You could buy champions with RP or IP. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Ooh, look at all of this that I have not unlocked yet. Skins of vanity. It's awesome. Look at that. Skins just makes you feel special about yourself when you play with people. World skin is just making you feel even more special with more vanity. Summoner icons and all that cool stuff. And let's go with your edit. Your view, your summoner. What is this weird cursor nonsense? Okay. So this is our profile rank teams. Yeah, we're not gonna really talk about that yet because it's pre-season of 2016. Yes, last season has been over. Unless you're watching this sometime in the future, then, well, this is the past video, but I don't know. Here's your profile, your league ranks, match history, your champions that you have, your runes. Okay, let's get started with the runes and masteries. This is going to take some while. This Looking Glass series might be a little bit long. League of Legends is a lot to learn. Runes is basically your helping start of your champion or your character you play at. Now I only have 3. I know I don't have a lot of IP to spend on rune pages or quintessences and marks and glyphs and all that. And not only that, these are basically like season 2 pages, but oh, I know, but I'm trying to get better pages. But this is just like an example. Even though it's out of date, don't copy this. There are plenty of guides out there to find and try to innovate yourself with these kind of pages or masteries, which help your characters overall. Gives them a little boost, a little leverage in the beginning of the game. Now for here we have 80, which stands for attack damage, and I've used armor penetration, attack damage, straight armors, and armor. AP, ability power, magic penetration, more armor, ability power, because I just want to go ham. In jungling, you get some attacks, just straight attack speed and straight armors, just so it could clear jungle faster. And this just helps your character. If you don't have them in the beginning, that's okay. You're meant to build them as you progress. It builds your influence points as you play the game. Because most importantly, when you're new to the game, you're trying to figure out how to play the game. Once you figure out how to play the game, this is your main priorities. And getting champions, of course. To try them out, of course. But you get 10 free champions to play from every week. So there's your goal if you need to find what champion to get. You have 10 free champions every week to play as, so you could try them out and see which one you like and buy them later on. Now here's your masteries. This is new. Woo! Very, very, very new for the preseason 2016 updates. And so this mastery page has all changed, and basically you're going to look at your keystone skills, which is the bottom of the masteries over here. And let's go with Draven, because Draven, right? Draven does it all, and he's gonna do his mastery by the help of SkyTryke, which everybody has a different mastery page. Well, most likely might have. And there's a lot of guides to how to build these. This might not be yours. This might not look great. This might just look plain out crap. But here we have it. I went for here because this feels like a full damage build, and I didn't go for Fervor of Battle, which is attack speed and gaining damage per stack every time you hit. This might be for your AD carries like Vayne, who has builds strictly from attack speed. I apologize. But I feel like Draven has just that damage output potential, just that early axis, that early damage potential with his spinning axis, and so critical heals heal him for 50% of the damage dealt and grants me 20% attack speed, which seems good. And then I just build on up from there. And there's a lot of guides online. You could find them from whatever sites. You could search it up. And here's your spells. While you level up, as you can see, your summoner level, you level up and you unlock these summoner spells, which help you overall in your game. I'll give a brief explanation of the things that we use most of the time. Heal has been up there now with 80 carries, attack damage carries, to heal them in a time of need when they're almost pretty much dead. Either it be an escape or a heal just to protect yourself. That's your heal. Use it wisely. These are your wisely used skills. Barrier was used like Season 2, Season 3 with ADCs or mids to just give them that protection just like heal, but heal has taken preference over that. Mark is used for ARAM, which is all random, all mid, to just teleport to a target when they're hit with a snowball. Exhaust mostly supports use to stop a dead person dead in his tracks. Maybe someone who's using too much, who's overpowered, or maybe dishing out too much damage, will lower the movement speed, attack speed, and armors to give the other team the advantage. We have a lot of more others like teleport, flash, which just gives you an instant teleportation just through your mouse clicker, ignite, and smite, which is very useful smite for junglings. And so instead of talking about all this, let's just go and see what the game's all about by playing a custom game to show you guys the root of the game, the routes, the guides, or just the basic gist of the game. What am I talking about? So I'm gonna choose actually like champion specific because this game is a 5 versus 5 depending on what type of game mode you play. I'm actually gonna go back to show you guys the game mode because that's very dumb of me not to show you guys. So here we have classic in our whole map. 5 team, a group of 5 and a group of 5. They battle along, one in mid, so one from each team goes in middle, usually. And each role has specifically certain champions that usually go into these lanes. So we have one mid, one versus one in the mid, one versus one in the top, two versus two in the bottom, which is a support and an AD carry. Which, of course, as you can hear from hearing from AD carry and support, you might know what the roles stand for. If you don't, AD carry basically high DPS. Later on tries to carry their team. And last but not least, who's the fifth person? Usually it's a jungler. They go throughout the jungles, which is over here and up here, to farm and level up with these jungle monsters. Their goal, and my goal for jungling, is to maintain the team. If someone's needing help, I will try to gank, which is interfere with a lane, so it will be a disadvantage for the team, making it 2 versus 1 or a 3 versus 2. Now, my goal is to maintain the team, so if we're winning, I'm going to just continue farming and making sure that the jungler doesn't appear to help the other team. Now, if we're losing, I'm going to try my best to help my team. Try to prevent them from losing. So I'm not going to try to influence the game too much because my goal is to try to maintain the game, try to hopefully every lane is stabilized, maybe give them an edge or so. But if I'm going to fail and feed, well, that's just bad on me. Smack my wrist right now. Ouch, ouch. I'm a bad jungler. We have Crystal Scar, which is Dominion, a type of mode where you start as a team of 5, of course, and you go into these little circles, objectives, which are, I believe, capture points. They could be garrisons. I'm not sure. They're capture points. And basically your goal is to capture a lot of these and hold them like a King of the Hill type of style. But it's just, you seize these capture points to the point where there's a little bar of points. As the bar progressively goes down on the enemy's team because you have more depending on your capture points. When it reaches 0, you win or lose. Twisted Tree Line is basically a classic, but it's a 3v3. We have towers over here, and basically main goal as a classic is to destroy the enemy's base. Destroy their nexus. Howling Abyss is one of my favorite game modes. It's all random, all mid, ARAM. Basically, there is the same objective as classic, but only one lane, which concludes there's gonna be a lot of mayhem, a lot of people going ham, berserk, just trying to go forward, get the kills, just go crazy, and to ultimately destroy the enemy's nexus. But we're gonna do classic because that is the original awesome mode. Though I like ARAM too. Just make a random game and just add a lot of AI. Add those AI bots playing alone, yes. And we're gonna simulate a role. So I'm gonna go as probably mid. So we're gonna have an ADC, Ashe. Tark is a support. He has heals, stuns, and the ability to help the carry. Support's main goal is to help the whole team ward. Not always ward because everybody gets to ward nowadays, but supporters try to ward as much as possible. Help the carry get as much money as possible. So that's what their role is. Vladimir is a good top champion. Who could be our jungler? Jarvan, sure. And let's go. They're not gonna jungle, which is kind of sad, but I'll show you a base of it. Let's play raw. Who should I mid as? And as you can see, here's your runes and your masteries. Let's go with Ari since she's up there.
Don't you trust me?
And here's your spells. You could change them as you please. I would prefer something that goes along the lines of helping you or damage, and a quick escape usually for the end if you have it. Now I'm just gonna lock in because that's how we roll. And I'll see you guys when this has loaded and we'll get to the grime of the game, the gameplay. I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are at the loading screen. As you can see all the characters in these cool character panels, or whatever you want to call them. It's just awesome. You can see like everybody, bam, their names, their skills, how slow they're loading, but you can't see their ping or connectivity. And this border, you might be wondering, what's this border? Well, yeah, if you're one of those elitist League of Legends people, well, I don't want to be mean or anything, but yes, I'm silver. I play 10 games and just say, hey, I'm done with rank. I'm done. I'm not gonna go grind and go crazy with it. But that was ranking. I'm a silver something. I don't care about ranking much. And so we level up. We go to the shop, which is right here, or you could press P or click this dude. Right click him. Actually click him. Usually we buy like a trinket. This helps us to ward, a little items to start off to boot, and we just jump into our lanes. Well, Ashe, well, the bot is smart enough. The AI has been updated so that when you choose your lane, the AI will go accordingly to say, oh, you're going to one lane, I'll butt off and go to this lane, you meanie. Anyway, so this is the beginning of the game. As you can see, I'm Ari. I'm a mage in middle. As you can see, I'll show you here. These are trinkets which you can upgrade furthermore along the lines. Have they changed trinkets? I believe they've changed trinkets a little bit. I'm unsure about that. But trinkets help you in game. This is a little ward, which, as you can see down here, is a mini map. You can ward and gain vision because everywhere is the fog of war where you're not there unless you have wards. So if I press P, I can see the shop. I cannot buy from the shop, but I can recall by pressing B. This will teleport me right back to base, but I'm not gonna teleport there. Every time you level, you gain a skill point, which you can gain from here, which you can activate using Q, W, E, and R. Your summoner skills, which I showed you earlier, you can use with D and F. Any items here that are active, you can use using your number keys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Garen's looking a little bit like Garen, as he always is. Spin to win, crazy bush dude. Oh, get out of here! You're not supposed to be in mid. You're supposed to be in top, most likely. But who knows? The meta can change. Though he's usually banned these days. That could change too. With the game always being updated, patched, and balanced, you know, you're never gonna expect everything's all with the meta. Meta as in how the game is currently played and performed. Usually when you play these games, sometimes they are allowed to ban champions. You're mean. I'm actually hiding my mouse so you guys can't hear the necessity of clicking. So your goal right now, this is what I would call the early stage of the game, is to farm up as much money. Just get the money rolling, get your foundations to your character, just getting it down. Every opportunity, you know, your playstyle differs, is to you know, you could be aggressive if you want, but my main goal is to ouch. Hey, bot, you're not doing what I'm saying. Okay, you want some? Come here, come here. No, you want some? No. But your main goal is to try to farm, in my opinion. Just try to farm, get as much money as possible. Your goal is not to really just go crazy unless you have the opportunity to. Your goal is to try to maintain your lane, some money, last hit some minions, and just get it over with. Look at this, bam! Look at that, bam! Just the money, just get that money, and so you could build all of this. Now, there's a lot of guides to how to build things, like, oh, you should get this, you should get that. Look at these builds, look at that build. These are actually pretty great builds by themselves. These are just recommended builds that you follow off of that Riot, which is the creator of the game, Riot Games, gave us this nice guide to look at. And then we could build on our own. You don't have to follow it, of course. You know, of course, the game, your playstyle, of course, varies. You don't even have to farm. You could just go crazy and just try to kill as much as you want. And spam and miss like a total Silver 4 player. But, hey, I'm not that type of person. This is a bot game, so usually when I want to farm, I farm. I just farm until everything goes great. Until someone goes ham, so I personally get like an opportunity to poke or get a kill. I'll do it. I'll do that. Every time, once in a while, you know, as things progress, I will ward. As you can see there, you are really bugging me, Garen, with your shenanigans. I'm just gonna wait because you're AI, you're terrible, and I'm gonna wreck you. And I use my summoner skill there, pressing D, in targeting. There is differences in targeting. Like, as you can see, I could use this. Some of the professionals and pros, or maybe not even the pros, anybody can change it to quick cast, which is basically you press your skills QWER into your cursor and it will automatically follow your cursor. Now, I would say when you're basically finished sieging the turret, or when you're past level 6, you're in the middle game phase. Now I'm gonna recall pressing B. B is recall. Here you can see your summoner stats, your quick skill, not your skills, your stats. Your attack damage, ability power, critical strike, movement speed, cooldown, attack speed, and all that cool stuff, armor. And so here we're back at the shop. Now what do we need? I think we need some attack. Woo! Magic regen would be nice too. And so mid game for me is more like it's time to roam. And this is cool. I never seen these, like the Baron picture here. They've changed a lot of things. There are new stuff coming about in preseason 2016. And so back to the point, mid game, not mid and mid. what happens like in the middle phase of the game instead of early phase. You know, we were focusing on like farming, like we're doing right now. But when we're finished like sieging a tower or just finish our lane, basically past level 6, we might roam. Roam is just basically leaving your lane for a brief period of time to just interfere like a jungler would. To basically say, hey, I'm gonna try to get a kill, help the lane out, push the game further, just make the game a little bit more. I might just go for it by pressing my R. And I'm gonna go over R too. So that's mid lane phase, is just to roam around or just stick to your lane. It's usually it's getting close to late game, but it's middle. It's actually early to mid game. I mean early to late game mix. That's what mid phasing is, in my opinion. Is early game you're farming still, late game you're going roaming, grouping together, fighting together. And so what is R I was talking about is your ultimate skill. You get this every, I believe, 6 levels, and this is your like your basic just OP skill, what makes your character you, or just basically your life and blood. And so this skill you have to use carefully, but it depends on you, your character. I usually save it up for an initiation, a really focused part of my skill, because Q, W, and E are skills that come back usually quickly. And so if you're going to use your ultimate, you got to make sure it counts. It could be used for initiation, it could be used to follow up, it can be used for many things, and as an escape if you're desperately trying to live. And so this is what League of Legends is. It's a MOBA, a massively online battle arena. And it really takes a group of 5 or a group of 3, just your team. It doesn't take one person, let alone to be like the carry. Just say, I'm the most important person in the team since I'm doing the best. That is completely false. Like Riot said, teamwork is OP as much as the community has says too. And being toxic to the players is not fun at all, and it's not fun for anybody else. Talking about toxic, I think it's time to talk about criticisms. League of Legends criticisms, I know. It's time for that again, and I don't like talking about criticisms, but you gotta go with your review instincts, your guts. What do I think about League of Legends? Let's start with the pros. League of Legends is, first of all, fun. I just love this game. Whoa. Hello, you're new. It used to be a Baron Nashor. Now it's a weird Rip Herald. But League of Legends is fun. It's a MOBA that has gone through the ranks of just playing out. I've been there, I've done that. Not really I've been there, I've done that. Well, more like I've done things. I mean, wow, I'm just terror. I just can't sentence. Every single time, you gotta expect that from Solid Sky anyway, right? I died. Tarek, good job. But League of Legends is a game where it's grown through the past. It used to be like pizza feet graphics, just funny people, not really a clue to what role to play with. You have like ADC Ashe in the middle, everybody 2 tops, 2 bottom. No one knows what jungle is because that was just bizarre. Like, that's new stuff that I don't know how to deal with, that I don't really want to, because I'm a newbie. This game's new. And so that's like season 1. Season 2, season 3, we get more to like, oh, this is the game, this is how you play it. And this is where the growth happened. The community, another pro, the community is amazing, awesome, fan art, appreciation, just love for the game. And you know, with the game growing, you're gonna expect that there's gonna be a lot more popularity and a lot of more people that know about the game. And with popularity comes hate. Yes, when things become extremely popular, people don't understand it, and so they're gonna have negative bias against it. It's part of like nature, you know. Like, say the next leading trend, this meme pops up. It's a funny meme for a lot of people. Other people think this is pretty dang stupid. But the game is extremely popular. It's growing ever since like I believe season 2 has grown tremendously into the point where esports, League of Legends esports, grown and just dominated the video game sports world just so greatly, and it's amazing. I love it, and I might not be right by saying it dominated. That might be a strong word, but it really shows an impact. The player, the community's love for this game, just to show you guys the support they gave this game. It just makes this game awesome just to watch the sports, the championships, just like last championship with two Tigers and SKT. It's just amazing. Just to watch people like Cloud9, TSM, every one of these groups that people support, people love towards their heart to support, and support other teams as well once their team has sadly maybe lost the progression of the tournament. They love this game and they love their team. They love this sport, this game. It's just amazing. That's a pro community and the game. The growth of the game is awesome. Another pro is Riot Games. Yes, I'm gonna say Riot Games. Their support for the game, as in their help on like listening to players. Players' feedback is just amazing. I could have got ulted there by Garen and died if it was a real player. But Riot is constantly working their butt off. People say, "Oh, this game, some other games customer service are just absolutely slow and bad. They don't even respond." But Riot Games tries to make it within like business days. You know your business when on business days responding. Oh my gosh, another bad sentencing. SkyTryke, get it together. But Riot tries their butt off to try to respond to players' technical issues and support, and they're trying to constantly. They actually not trying. They always are trying to balance and fix the game. You know, if one champion's just becoming too overpowered, the meta is to ban them every single time because they're just way too strong and just not fun for everybody, and the champion losing spotlight because it's never played anymore because it's overpowered. They're gonna balance and tweak the fix, not just kill it, like nerf it. Absolutely. Other champions, they might get buffed, rework, fixed, just like all the 80 marksman carries on season 16 has been updated, which is awesome. New play, new gameplay, and new tweaks and cool skills like the masteries, as you saw earlier, is what League of Legends is all about. It's always changing. So as you can see, Ari might not be as potent now as later, or as still as potent as ever, or just playing out the same feeling, just overall better feel. I don't know how you would explain that. I don't know what I am talking about. But that's another pro Riot Games support team and Riot Game in general. So lastly, I believe I should talk about the cons, the criticisms. But before the criticisms, I wanted to point out one more pro. The audio, the visuals, and everything. Just look at it. Looks great. I think it looks great. People might differ. It's I can't judge you, so maybe I think it looks great. I think it plays well, plays smoothly. I know. That's a pro that just comes out of nowhere. When I'm talking about the cons, okay, the criticisms. What is the cons?
Don't you trust me?
Oh, the cons is one of them. I'm gonna say it now. Is the general con. Here we go. This game is not for everybody. It's not meant to be played by everybody. It's not. It might not be your cup of tea. It might not be your style of gameplay, and that is totally understandable. And depending on your style of game, you know, go for what you like to play. No one's asking you or telling you, hey, you gotta play it because everybody loves it. Not everybody loves it, of course, and it's not preferred for everybody. It depends on you, your type of game, your style of game, your genre, and so of course, the game is not for everybody. Next con is a con that's relating to the community, but not the community because that's too broad. I'm gonna go specific some players. Now, I say some players because there are players out there who care too much about themselves, too much about winning in the competitive style of this game. They care so much about themselves, about winning, and about their game, just the game, just playing the game, is that if someone does bad on their team, someone feeds, or they're doing bad, they might blame the team. They might say, why are you guys feeding? Why are you guys just straight out terrible? And what rank are you? They start bringing ranks and stuff because I don't actually know what's the deal with rankings, why people talk about ranks so viciously in the game sometimes. It's like, just because you're doing bad, it doesn't give you clarification or the just to be rude and toxic to players. And this is only some contingent of players. I just realized I gained two of the people who are banned in this game, but then I'm AI. I mean, they're AI. But being toxic is never gonna help your team. It's gonna actually demoralize them, make it worse. I said before, this game is all about teamwork, based on teamwork. This is your foundation. The game relies on teamwork. Teamwork is OP, your friend, your buddy, everything in this game. Just because you're gonna be toxic to your team, thinking you're the best, doesn't make you the best. Your team is what makes you you, because it's your team. It's not how you play. Maybe you won your lane, yeah, but you're not gonna help your team out if you're gonna just flame them, saying, oh, you're bad, you suck, and maybe even use profanity in the curse bar, which they will report you for that, and report you for your toxicity. I hope so, because that's not good. Negative attitudes are not good. Instead of being negative, how about this? Someone's feeding, the team doesn't look so good, everybody's fed. You're gonna say, guys, I know everybody seems fed. I know we've lost our lanes and gameplay wasn't so well off, but I feel we can do it. No matter what, we got this. Look at us. They are fed, but they're fed. They're getting cocky. We could get them. Look at them. Maybe we might can get them. Even though it might feel a little bit sarcastic, you are just making your team feel like, well, one, we're not gonna win. Let's be honest here. Two, we might win. There's people who are doubtful. It's like, well, you're trying your best to make a somber time of just admitting defeat, because you could surrender at 20 minutes by like clicking here and clicking surrender to end the misery. But sometimes your team might be stubborn and say, no, we can't do it. We can do it. We can do it. And so that's like the motivation, that's the encouragement, the positive morale, that instead of toxicity, that's teamwork. Grouping together using these symbols by holding control and moving your cursor, like enemies missing, it's like, where's my lane? You would do that if your lane is missing. It's like, oh no, they might be ganking or roaming, you gotta watch out, people. Or, oh, I'm on my way, I'll get there, I'll group up together. Or, watch out, there's a jungler in the jungles. And don't spam this too much. And if you need help, assist me. These are great icons to use. Another pro, even though I'm talking about the con, the pro is that the community and players are also nice too. They're not always toxic, which I didn't say pro, but I said community. But I wanted to say this for pros. Some players are extremely nice and helpful, with friendly teamwork and all this stuff that will help you learn how to play the game as well. Which another pro is you can report players. At the end of the game, I'm actually gonna end here so you guys can see. I don't think it'll work actually, but at the end of the game, you can report players. Report players for being really mean, using homophobic racial slurs in the chat. If you see that, you should report right away. That is uncalled for. Really not good. It's not good. You should report them to Riot. You could put it. There's a tab to show you what your file is and why you're filing, and you could put a description in the box for why you're reporting it. And this is a con too, is the lever buster system. Lever buster system, it's a pro and a con, because one, it's a 5v5, and say a player disconnects their internet disconnected, or they're busy, they have to go to work or school, and they're like, oh, gotta leave. They AFK. Now the game is a 4v5. The couple last excuses saying, oh, I gotta go to work, or school. Well, first of all, you should have known this before you even popped into leagues. The other one, which you might be completely innocent on, is internet disconnecting. And so what happens is the system recognizes you leaving, and if you do not return into a certain time, you will be warned with a lever buster. You will get no influence points IP from playing the game. The match does not count and will show you as that you've left, so you get no benefits whatsoever. You might get lever buster penalties or a warning. And what does that do? Basically, oh, my throat is like it's not doing so good. Basically, you when you play a game, you have to wait to matchmake. It's a Q or K, Queuue. How do you pronounce that? Oh, I'm terrible. QK. Your preference of how to say tomato, but except there is a right way to say Q or K. Oh my goodness. But if you're matchmaking, it takes some time, maybe a minute or 2 minutes or 30 seconds. But if you're in a lever buster penalty, you have to wait 5 minutes matchmake. So you have to wait 5 full minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how severe your lever buster is. And so Garen, okay. So that's how the lever buster works. And later on, if you leave too many games, go AFK, people can report you, and you might literally get banned for a couple days, a week, who knows. And let's go ham right now because that's what the game is cool. Oh, boom! And oh, that's cool. And so that's a con and a pro. Pro is that yes, this ruins the game, and that you should check your internet connection. Watch this. Boom. I should not use that, but you should check your internet connection. Make sure you're stable before playing, so you don't make it inconvenient. It's inconvenient for you. I know it might be that you're innocent. It's like your internet company just wiped, and for some reason, it was absolutely terrible that it wiped. And it's understandable, yes, and Riot understands, but you gotta recognize that you've left players out there. You left. Oh, I swallowed a burp. That might be gross. But you left players out there and made their game. You made them suffer. You gotta realize that it was inconvenient for you to leave, yes, but you made people in real life just have a bad time in the game because it's a 4 versus 5. More difficult, more stressful. It's not fun for them. I know it wasn't fun for you for having to leave, even though it might be like something that it was unintentional. But that's the lever system for you. It's a pro and a con. In my opinion, it's a pro. And so the game in general, you know, that's all my pros and cons. I might not have gone through all of the basic gist of the game, and I apologize if I have not gone through a certain pro that or con of criticism that you might have. But with the game always growing, always being fixed, the community, the sports, the tournaments, and all of that awesome stuff in this game. What does SkyTryke have to say about all of this? Well, SkyTryke has to say for League of Legends, or have to give, an official SkyTryke thumbs up, because this game is awesome, this game is great, this game really, I recommend it. You guys should check it out. It's in the link in the description below to sign up and play for free. It's absolutely free. You get the revenue from the community, from the vanity of skins, just the awesome support. That Riot Games, you could sign up right now. League of Legends. And I think the link is from North America, so if you're in a different country, the link might be different. So, but if you need more information, of course, link is in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Looking Glass with SkyTryke and looking at you know, League of Legends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Your support means everything to me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you want to see more in the future in this channel and videos, subscribe. Do whatever you want, comment, share, favorite. It's up to you, really. You're unique people. Everybody's different. Your opinions, your feedback, if you want to comment, anything is up to you. And as always, this is SkyTryke, powering off. Let's play normal though. I'm gonna go with fish because he's so cute. With his little guitar and his singing. I don't know if you would describe a mutant as cute, but look at that sprite. That's quite cute. Let's go. Oh, look at that portal animation. Pretty cool. And so, as I said earlier, nuclear clones and reactors is a key stick to a lifetime. And so, it's a twin stick shooter.